as you're rushing to the tavern, you start to rush in, but then in the corner of your eye, you see kind of a familiar-looking dwarf, hands wrapped up in a bloody rag, and
I took care of that.
Turn and look, and they have some sort of animal tail.
I turn away.
I walk in.
Okay.
Okay, now that I know where she is, I'm just gonna take a peek inside to see where she sits.
Mm.
And then I'm gonna go back to leaning outside like I have not a care in the world and I'm gonna message her.
Okay.
And I'm going to do a perception check. And that perception check is not going to do me much good.
Why are you rolling doo-doo?
Doo-doo, man.
Just roll
9.
better, okay?
9.
9.
Okay.
9.
I'm sorry, Amadine. I let you down. I failed you, and I failed the Shaolin Temple.
You did fail me, but you didn't let me down. That would imply my expectations were set.
Oh!
In anime, like, they would just, like, fall over.
Just javelins all coming in.
So 9.
Okay. What specifically are you looking for?
Anyone I recognize from the High Inquisitor, him, or anyone I recognize from Nettles.
Okay. You do not see or recognize any of those people.
All right, I'm going to sit at the bar top if there's seats.
Cool. I will take a peek in and look like I'm not satisfied with what I see there.
Oh, I meant to say I'm intending to choose a spot that has an open seat next to it.
All right. And then are you looking around? Are you hunched over trying to appear like...
No, I'm just waiting for the barkeep to come in.
All right, so you're sort of leaning on the bar,
Yeah.
looking around the room, waiting for the barkeep.
And since I know where Trinity is, I should be able to message her through the wall.
Yeah.
So just message like, we got anything to do here?
No.
Cool, then I'm going to stay out here. I have time.
Maybe you should just go ahead and go, and I'll get a drink and follow you after, because we don't know who else is watching.
I don't like that. I'll be in a minute, but in a different disguise.
Well, the High Inquisitor has proven pretty formidable in terms of tracking us. I'd feel better if, since we have nothing to do there, we can talk back at Ulfgar's.
I don't want you alone.
I will be right behind you.
I'm going to duck into an alley.
Okay.
Make sure that there's no one there. 16 plus something. That was perception?
Yeah.
19. Cast disguise self on myself for another time and turn myself into yeah, I'm actually just gonna go with an elf this time. Actual Hume, not dwarf Hume.
Okay.
And walk in and sit next to Trinity. Hello, beautiful.
Piss off.
Messenger, shall we? Oh, right.
Has the barkeep come to me?
Yeah.
He has come. Okay, so I probably have a drink.
Sure.
Like that. Can I get another one, please?
Yeah. If you're just ordering cheap drinks right now, don't
Yes.
worry about tracking the cost.
Okay.
It's fine.
And I'm going to sit and drink it and not even acknowledge Hume's existence. Fake Hume.
I'm gonna flirt as much as possible so that it's more realistic when I follow you out.
By all means.
Just letting you know. That's my plan.
You're flirting.
Yep.
I'm going to slowly bring down my distaste. And then I'm going to call the barkeep over and I'm going to order another drink and then slide it in front of you.
Why, thank you. Take the drink and then suggest, should we make our way elsewhere? More private accommodations?
Finish your drink first.
I said finish the drink and then suggest.
Finish the drink. Wow, you took it.
Yeah.
You know you shouldn't drink after strangers. Never know what's in there.
I can take care of myself.
I'm cracking myself up right now in my head. Sorry. I don't think this is going to work, but you're more than welcome to join me and my friends.
Sounds like a party.
Then I'm going to close out and
Go.
leave.
Okay.
When my spell's about to end, I'll duck back into an alley and then come out as myself.
Okay.
Cool. Did you really have to make that so hard?
Seriously.
Have you ever met me?
Both of you.
All right, let's go back to the Aventum
I told you to
Arcanium,
go
pick
home.
up Kithri.
So much
And then I would have been wandering around alone in the city.
I'm still doing perception checks on
That's
the
the
way
thing. Is going off alone isn't just about being like, oh, I don't want you guys to worry about me. It means you're
Nat
not there
20.
to take care of your team.
for a perception check on the way home.
Be responsible.
You do not detect anyone following you.
Shit!
You were really hoping somebody was following you, weren't you?
I was. Partially hoping that it was the High Inquisitor. More hoping it was him.
I mean, I did roll a few times back here. What if I rolled a natural 20 also?
That's true.
You never know.
Well, I was hoping I'd notice it.
Yeah, it's always fun.
Boy, oh boy, do I have a surprise for you the next time you follow me.
So, Ulfgar,
Yes.
I don't know if you wanted to do or say anything in particular, but in past several hours, you've spent with High Inquisitor Roth and some other aides, you're guessing, to him. And he is asking you if you have any opinions on what the speech needs to be, but otherwise he is saying that you are calling for an end to violence, that you are in deep mourning for your family, and that you want to let justice run its course. If there's anything else, then you can add to that.
Not that I can think of. I mean, that's basically everything that I'd want to say.
Okay. All right, we'll go back to the group then.
Have y'all been doing anything while we've been gone all this time?
Well, I mean,
I'm with Ulfgar.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm the one who's alone here, and I'm starting to get nervous about time. I don't know what time it is, but if it gets to 7 and no one's back, then I guess I'm heading to that meeting by myself.
I mean, we left at like 2.
Right.
We weren't very long, because
Okay.
she only had...
So it's not 7 yet. It's
No.
maybe 4:30. 5.
Okay. And since I know I've got plans for dinner, I won't be here. I better start prepping something for Jeff and the boys.
Something mushroom.
Thank you. I know. I'm gonna do a pork roast with mushrooms and garlic and some leeks.
You're actually gonna make something. Okay. Dexterity check.
Okay.
So you don't burn yourself or cut your fingers.
Sure.
Everybody
Yeah, I
hates
rates on Trinity. Trinity bags a dwarf. Now everybody wants a dwarf.
So it's just my base plus
I had
3. It's
Dorks
not with
first.
proficiency. So the 19.
Okay. You make a fine meal.
Now she wants a dwarf. Kithri got a dwarf.
Nice.
She wanted a dwarf, but then, you know.
You make all these assumptions about what I do and don't want. I just wanted to
I
cook
apparently
food
have a
for
date with a dwarf.
people who would appreciate it.
You do.
Jeff
handsome
walks
stranger.
in as you're finishing up, and he says, "Oh, that smells good. Is that? What is that?"
And I take a bowl and I pour out some. I'm like, you can have some later with everybody else, but I think you deserve a little bit now.
It smells just like my mother's cooking.
It's very similar to a recipe I'd made with my mother, although we used less mushrooms and more watered cress nuts, but whatever.
Takes some bite and says, You have a gift for dwarven dishes."
Thank you. Yeah. You want to help me set up the dining hall? I won't be able to stay for dinner, but I put you in charge of serving out everyone, make sure they get their ration.
Absolutely. Does that?
I love my part of the story tonight.
Budding relationship with Jeff.
We're bonding, you know.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to basically pace around Ulfgar's room and wait for everyone to get back.
They eventually get back.
Okay, good.
It is about 5 o'clock now.
Am I making my speech before I head back to the house?
No, so the speech will be made. They need to prepare security and all of that for
Yeah.
it, but the speech will be made tomorrow evening, pretty much.
Okay.
Like a fireside talk kind of thing.
Like a press conference?
Kind of. It's more like a press conference.
Yeah.
It's probably good that I was with you since I'm going to be getting in with the contact with the Stonefoot.
He didn't like you. I could tell. He liked me better.
We.
No rules to base that off of whatsoever. Just
Just no.
I just know.
feel.
I had a feeling. Yeah.
Real good impressing a bartender today.
What did you do to your hand?
Nothing. Like basically healed by the time we get back. Come on.
Yeah.
This is D&D.
Yeah, it's true. I've seen you in worse shape.
You've seen me almost dead. A couple times.
So yeah, I definitely think Divenna should come with me to this meeting tonight.
I concur.
Cool.
Yeah. Velgrath, if you'd like to join us, you can, but definitely Ulfgar should stay behind.
So that leaves...
I stand by. You should disguise yourself as Ulfgar.
Why?
See how they react.
I'm not trying to get a reaction, I'm trying to get information.
Yeah, I feel like if we're trying to persuade them that we're on their side, it might not be best to
Show up as Ulfgar.
show up as the person who
Wait.
might possibly want them all dead.
You're showing up under their circumstances. I'm sure they're going to disarm you. Doesn't that show a bigger
Also,
sign of faith?
if they have
okay
to
with
touch
being
me, it's
disarmed.
going to be real obvious I'm not Ulfgar, because they'll just go right through the illusion.
Also, half the reason why I think we even got as far as we did is because they don't think we have any connection to Ulfgar, that we're just random people who want to help. I'm sure if they learned that we were slightly more conniving than that, they might not be as willing to, work with us.
They might think we're trying to get in there to kill them.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not.
Well,
No,
we'll see.
not
I'm not.
specifically. We're trying to get more information right
If
now.
anything, my main thing is, like, if they're innocent, like, legitimately, then them putting up this big facade and making all these big claims is just making the situation more confusing. And they need to just let down their guard and
Are we
talk to
are
the
we
people.
alone?
Do you want to be alone?
We were in Ulfgar's
Yes.
room. That was where I
Okay,
was.
that's where we were.
The
Yeah.
Ulfgar room conversation.
Yeah.
Okay. So
We don't eat with the guards.
well, I never
For the
got
help.
Riffraff.
never got a chance to tell you what I learned.
Oh yeah, what'd you learn?
I'm fairly sure the Nettles did this in some facet.
Or at least knew it was going down.
At the very least, knew it was going down. They left before the Drakehards got attacked.
Before. Okay. Because I'd been wondering about that. And I was like, if they left afterwards, it feels more like rats scurrying off a sinking ship than necessarily guilty
I
running.
agree.
But if they left before,
it would have complicated things if they had left after, because that could have just been similar to the Stonefoots and the Kinders reacting to everyone assuming they did it. But the fact that they left before and completely cleared out, and even some of the markings that they left indicate that they very much left in a rush. And of course, the fact that they did leave in a rush bodes to maybe they didn't order this strike, but certainly knew it was coming. Because I was informed, and judging by the state of the hideout itself, it seemed they left very quickly and abruptly.
Do you think they went back to Oak Hill?
Well, I mean, they're in most every major city.
I know, but that's one of the Moulton.
Could be. I don't know.
I mean, it doesn't really matter.
They're obviously particularly close with that branch because they knew me before I'd even set foot in the city, and Karos is here, who's always over there too.
Both here and there are having red blood problems.
Non sequitur. Did Gerson have anything to do with going out and getting dyes for his own clothing?
No. I hate that. It's like I don't even know.
Kind of sounds like that's something a servant would do in most places.
Picking up any new hobbies?
What makes you ask?
I found this note left in Gerson's book. I couldn't quite tell if it was just a note used as a bookmark, but it says something about meeting a tailor at an apothecary to pick up dyes, and I don't even know if you would pick up dyes from an apothecary. That seems like not the right place to get it. Maybe, I don't know.
Cool. Can I do, what kind of check would it be to see if,
Would it have pigment?
because like I'm pretty experienced with codes.
But, I
Your
mean, you would
experience
think
with
maybe a
thieves'
weaver.
cant,
Just
but it would
specifically
be
thieves'
an
cant.
intelligence check.
Intelligence?
Taylor would have a better chance of finding dyes than Gerson.
Why meet a tailor at an apothecary when you can see them at
That
your
doesn't
shop?
make any sense to me, but
21.
do I... Oh, sorry. You finish yours.
You recognize it is definitely a code. You're familiar with this sort of thing, although the exact details of the code could be anything. But he was definitely going to either meet someone or go to some sort of dead drop at some point in time.
Do I recognize if this is his writing or not?
This is not his writing.
Okay. Well, this was not wrote by him.
Okay.
If-
I found it in a book he was reading the day he died.
So, in my experience, this seems like a coded message, especially since it was already strange circumstance for him to probably be picking up his tailoring. What the code is, I don't know. I'm not familiar with the particular code, but I've been around coded messages enough.
Do you
to
know, like, how to decipher it? Or how to know how to decipher it?
In your experience with codes, unless there is a code book that has basically
Yeah.
the translations, there's no way to decipher it.
That's what I was assuming. I was going to say that without some type of keyword or
Cipher.
or code book.
I'm gonna go into Gerson's room.
Okay.
That's a good
See if
idea.
I can find any indication of
I'm
a
gonna
cipher
go
or
with you.
anything like that.
Since I might be able to provide some assistance.
Well, I know I'm going to. So
Is that investigation?
Yep.
I'm so good at that.
I just rolled a
15.
All right. So you're looking
14.
specifically for
And I'm good at it.
a cipher.
I rolled a 5.
That and or whatever book might be in like bedside drawer, that might be easy to get to, or like by a desk, something that looks like it would be something that would be handy to be using as a reference.
Okay.
Seems logical that he would have something like that open if he's receiving ciphered messages frequently.
Well, what about the book he found it in?
Oh, I could go get that too.
So it's a place to start.
So the first thing that you find is a journal. And it has one of those dumb journal locks on it. You could either just...
I just hand it to Trinity.
Yeah. It's easy enough for Trinity to pick it open. If not, you can just cut it open.
I still just want to see you roll that one.
Go ahead, roll it, yeah.
Pressure's on.
Wait.
No, it's not a one.
Wait. Trinity's having problems. I take out
hold on.
my luck picks.
Hold on. That's sleight of hand, Kano.
That is a Thieves' Tools check, which you are proficient in Thieves' Tools, so...
You had your proficiency and just dex?
Yeah. I don't think you have double proficiency in it. It's just...
So, that's a 12.
You open it.
Damn.
Yeah. It takes like a minute or so, but you get it.
Not very dexterous, so it's just plain proficiency for me.
You look through it. A lot of it is musings. Some of it's concern for Ulfgar. Some of it's just thoughts on, man, I really do not want to be leader of the family. Some of it's, concerns for the mother, how she's working too hard. Concerns for the brother, how this is affecting his reputation.
Do you see anything about the League of Mortals in there?
There's nothing specifically that talks about the League of Mortals in there, but there are a lot of arguments against the gods interfering in the material plane. He definitely does not ever drop the name of League of Mortals, but he definitely voices strong opinions against deities.
They get along, at least.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So that's first piece of information that you find. There's nothing in there that would indicate a cipher.
Cool.
What about the book she found it in?
And you look through that. There's no immediate indication that there is a cipher in there. You could try to spend more time with it.
I'll just give that to Trinity and start looking for hidden latches on drawers and false bottoms.
I think I should give that to you, and I'll look
I'll
for
hand it to Amadine.
I'm not even there.
I'm there.
I'll hand it to Ulfgar.
I think I should look for the hidden latches.
We can both look for them.
We can,
but I'm going to start doing that.
You're better reading.
You
I'm
were
a
the
tad
one
bit
reading
illiterate.
these things.
I think Kithri is drinking and eating right now.
Probably.
She's probably hanging out with me in Ulfgar's room still.
I'm barely literate.
We're probably drinking together. Actually.
Investigation? Which one of us is going to roll it?
You roll it. No, you roll it.
I
You
actually
roll
get
it.
disadvantage because we're getting each other's way.
One more check, sure. Who is investigating the room?
You'll look at the desk. I'll try to point out things that I think will be...
With advantage, because Divenna is technically using the help action.
I mean, there's a certain point when it's not helpful. Too many cooks in the kitchen.
First one's 24. The second one is 16.
Okay. Sure. So there is a much larger, actually a few bookcases in Gerson's room. While you're combing through those, Divenna, Trinity is actually looking at basically his bedside tables and finds a sketchbook there.
That's where I told you to look!
Yeah. And you start leafing through the sketchbook and you see the couple most recent ones are actually of Divenna.
Naked.
No.
Does Divenna see this yet?
No, not yet.
No, I'm still looking through books.
And the very last one is of Divenna with seemingly wings. But you get to the back of the sketchbook, and you do see written, I guess not quite written, there is a note or some sort of scrap of paper that is sticking out of the leather binding of the sketchbook. It's sort of like on the inside cover, same way you had to cover your textbooks in school. But it's in there, and you pull it out, and it does seem to be a cipher.
I think we might have found it.
Nice! What's our note say?
Can I decode it?
So you start decoding it, and you'll find out what it says next time, because I need to detail what it says more.
Hey.
I can give you the gist, but I want to get more detailed on it.
I guess the gist now, so I can start thinking about it.
It does say to drop something off at a location at some point in time.
So, kind of.
Velgrath, get freshened up for your date.
What?
We've been in a cave for the last 3 days. I think we could all use a shower.
Are you hitting on him?
Why do you think I'm hitting on everybody?
I suppose.
To the fancy baths. Yay.
Do you really have time for that?
Yeah, it's a quick shower this time.
So, I mean, you go, there's no one to draw water for you or eat it or...
No, it's fine. Just a quick scrub so that people can't tell that we've been trying to survive in the Underdark for the last 3 days.
Okay.
I find it absolutely humorous that I could just take care of that for you, but you know.
None of us like bathing ourselves. Showers are good.
All right. If you would like, we can end it there.
Seems like a good spot.
Yep. I don't want to get too into all the good stuff and then have to leave that halfway through.
Yeah, it seems like we're gonna have things to
Through
do.
that.
Big date.
I don't know how much time we got, though.
Don't know. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Nixon.
Going on a date. Woo!